To give City the victory that day as well. The Tigers victorious earlier in the season. It was the first home league game as they beat Sheffield Wednesday by 4-2. A two-fan hat-trick. Connolly on the score sheet that day. That was quite the performance, wasn't it, Swanee, that day?
It was. Just a bit, yeah. Looks like we've got a minute's silence here as well, Mike, coming. Or a minute of applause.
Yeah, everyone lined up on the edge of the pitch.
Well, as always, we're going to go on the first game of the new year. We're going to remember all members of the Sheffield Wednesday family we have lost in 2023. So please join the managers and players of both cities here at Humberside this evening in a minute's applause as we remember fans of both Sheffield Wednesday and Hull City who we lost in 2023.
Classy touch that from the home side and the home club as they remembered and paid respects not just to those of a Sheffield Wednesday persuasion who were lost in the year 2023, but also including and incorporating the loss of Hull City fans and those connected with the club as well. Nice touch that, Swanee.
Very much so, yeah. First time I've seen that. It's lovely. Nice little feel.
Thoughts with all of those of you listening who may have lost loved ones and those special to you throughout the past year as we enter 2024. It starts with a big Yorkshire derby. The Wednesday fans in good voice, despite the fact their side are in the bottom three going into this. City fans, all 3,500 close to them, will make their voices heard, no doubt, throughout the evening. And it will be City who will get things started with Ozan Tufan, and City in all amber will get underway as we look at it. Left to right in this first half, and a ball played forward by the match winner from Friday night, Alfie Jones, with that's his second goal only for the club. An important one though against Blackburn on Friday as the ball hangs up just at halfway. Didn't go out. Windus, Josh Windus, that is, obviously sends that one away, just in case you needed clarity that it wasn't Dean Windus. just for ultimate certainty, as a ball played forward up towards Tufan. Lovely control from him as he takes it down on his foot and then tries to slip it through for Delap, who made a run. Tufan will win it back though in the centre circle. McLaughlin will try and get in there to help out at halfway. He does. Morton cleans up.
It's a bit of an understanding clicking between Tufan and Delap. I've seen that the last couple of weeks, haven't we? Some great runs by Delap, just trying to slide him in with Tufan there between the centre half. Well, between the two centre halves. I put my teeth in then.
You with your teeth, me with my voice. We'll get there between the two of us, Swanee. As City are caught offside. That will be a free kick to Sheffield Wednesday. Will be in their traditional blue and white striped shirts, blue shorts and blue and white socks. Some intriguing games over the years between these two teams. There's a long ball forward, it's nodded away. England decides not to come, so it needs to be covered by Alfie Jones, who just peels away. Ball's on the right side, drilled through the area and runs through and out for a throw-in. That was just a bit of a switch off there, wasn't it, Swanee?
It was, yeah, and it was like a good decision by Ingram in the end, because he wanted the favourite to come there, and he started, realised he wasn't going to be the favourite, and jockeyed back onto his line, really, which if he'd have gone for it there, the lad could have, if he'd got to the ball early, could have lifted it over him. But yeah, good decision. I was a bit worried, to be fair, when it started coming.
Throwing to the Tigers on this near right side. It's sent down the line. It's headed away by Marvin Johnson, who scored the only goal and the winner against Preston on Friday night. As City have to deal with it. Ingram came out. Greaves didn't hear the shout, seemingly, and he knocks it away. And then Alfie Jones just fires that one out for a Sheffield Wednesday throw-in.
That's Ingram's ball all day long. He's got to give it and shout there. But fair play to Greaves. He was in control of what he was doing. He knew that Jones was in a position, headed into an area where he could get a clearance on it. And he made it a bit scrappy of a clearance, really, which made everything look worse than what it should have been.
The gesture from Ingram suggests he did shout, didn't he? So
I can imagine he would have shouted that.
Yeah, as Wednesday try and break down the left-hand side. The ball's dragged inside Coyle, but he does well to just step in front of Gassama there. And Gassama, the French under-20, gives away the free kick. And that will just allow City to clear the ball away. 2.5 minutes in, early stages of this one, and a high-tempo start from Sheffield Wednesday.
Do you not feel like the pitch looks massive? Or is it?
It does.
Where we're sitting.
It might be. I mean, we're quite high up, aren't we, in the upper tier of the main stand, but it does look a big pitch. But I think it might just be sort of perspective. But I know what you mean. It doesn't look in the best of nick, I can tell you that. You mentioned that earlier, didn't you? As Coyle tries to send Delap away down the right side. That was going to be covered and then fired out. Got 3 minutes in.
Good chance for McLaughlin as well, isn't it, today?
Yeah, because he's not... We've seen before what he can be. This season, when he's had his chance, he's not always been as impressive, has he?
I don't know. I don't think he's been that... I'm saying all players have had bad performances. I think, and Liam was saying the other week, it's a player that's sitting there waiting for an opportunity, and now it's here. Again, can he take it? Which... I don't think he's done much wrong, to be fair. No. He's been given a chance.
I like him as a player. I just think there were a few mistakes in there, but as you said, they've all been prone to that, haven't they? But I like him as a player, and it's good for Liam Rossini to have three centre-halves that he can call on like that, as Wednesday try and build an attack with Bannon. Laid off for Bannon, there's the shot, and he puts it wide on the left foot, but that was an opportunity. Ingram seemed confident enough that he had it watched, but Bannon just with a little 1-2, 20 yards out, left foot, put it wide of the upright. 4 minutes gone and it's goalless.
I was just saying about Barry Bannon not at his best. That was quality by him. Great first touch, flicked around the corner, went for the 1-2 with Windass, and he probably thought he should have done better with the shot in the end, to be fair. About 20-25 yards out, looking for the curler, and didn't catch it all.
Ball played out to Ingram. He'll just slide it out to Jones here. City making two changes then with McLaughlin, who we mentioned, along with Lakilo coming into the side. They'll try and play it towards Lakilo's way over on that left. Nice ball from Morton, but instead it goes to Connolly, who was out on the left touchline, drives into the area, just took a touch too far. Defender gets a foot on it. The attempted clearance comes off Connolly. That'll allow it to ricochet down for Lakilo, knocks it back for Greaves, and his attempted ball back has too much on it, and it's out for a throw-in. Let me give you the full team then for City. Ingram in bright pink, just outside of his area at the moment, looking on. He keeps his place in the side despite Brian Allsop being back in. You've got Coyle, Jones, McLaughlin and Greaves, the back four. Morton and Slater, the midfield. Or the midfield two, with Tufan further forward behind Connolly. Lakilo on the left, Delap on the right. Swanee.
Yeah, it's enough to go out and win a game, is that? For me, you look at the players there. I say the confidence they're playing with as well. It's all added to it. I say the New Year's Day fixture. Yorkshire Derby, let's have a go at it. Let's take the game to them.
City have found themselves with a free kick over on that far left-hand side, about 12 yards out, in a really decent position.
I always want somebody coming round the far post here. I know you've got two from that edge of the box. His little run for me is like a big arc run round the back for anything that's over it or flicked on.
Delap's at the back. McLaughlin's there as well. Here's Morton, little stutter step, and he plays it out to Slater on the angle. Slater with a shot, it's blocked. It deflects away to the left side to Lakilo, looks to try and take on the defender by the left side, floats across towards the back, and that one goes out and out for a goal kick. He was taking on the defender.
The first thing there was positive, yeah. That's it. First thing on his mind is, can I get around the left side of him and get a cross in? Got round the side of him, and then he's got to concentrate on the cross. He's got to be better, hasn't it? But yeah, the first thought is, can I beat him, man? And he did that.
Well, we've got the advantage of a feed of the game, but it is about a minute and a half behind. So when we're reviewing anything, you might have to just wait a little while before we're able to do it.
Yeah, just don't switch off, because we're not going.
No, we will be here.
We'll still be here.
Just about. Here's Sheffield Wednesday trying to work it out from their own half. Down that right-hand side. Again, we've got a shocker of a situation with the numbers on the back of the shirts. Might sound like excuses, but it's not the best. We just about make out 41 here with Gassama. The ball's on the far side of the field. It's the City left as they have a throw-in with Greaves just at halfway. And Slater shows for him. Give me the Tigers bench in a second. Greaves going to launch this one, then decides to go a bit shorter into Tufan, who maybe wasn't expecting it in the end. Given the movement that Greaves made, Tufan then not controlling it, but you'd expect him to do better with that, Swanee.
Yeah, like a kid that never played football before when it came into Tufan now, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't expecting it. His feet were all over the shop. His body shape wasn't in the right position. Obviously not expecting that, worked on that one.
The City bench, Ryan Allsop back involved after that back injury that he picked up down at Bristol City just before Christmas. It goes to show how Christmas flies by, Swanee, but that seems like a lifetime ago, that one. We've had a few games since then. Doherty, Aliar, Traore, Vaughan, Smith, Jacob, Twine and Christie, the remainder of the bench. As here comes former City loanee Deshaun Bernard. He was on loan from Manchester United at the time he played for the Tigers. 28 appearances, signed permanently in the summer for Sheffield Wednesday. But his surging run down that left comes to nothing. And City get themselves a throw-in.
Yeah, it wasn't the best ball. Under no pressure, really, was it?
Just took himself down a bit of a blind alley, didn't
he?
Jones plays it across to McLaughlin into Greaves, who turns it away to Alfie Jones. Great to see him on the score sheet on Friday, wasn't it, finally?
As a defender as well, yeah. We'll take that.
City just working it in tight spaces there, again, just in those little triangular movements. And then Sheff Wednesday just back off a little bit, allows Greaves to just play it in, look for an option. Instead he goes to McLaughlin, now down to across to Jones, who sends a long one for Connolly to chase on to, but that one just skips up away from him and bounces into the hands of Cameron Dawson, who's in goal for Sheffield Wednesday tonight. Valentin, Bernard, Ihekwe and Johnson the back four. I think the two centre-halves are switching, actually. Bernard playing on the left, Palmer and Bannon the two central midfielders, Masaba on the right, Gassama on this near left touchline, and Josh Winders supporting Bailey Kadamatri, who's the son of Danny Kadamatri, a name you might remember. As here come Wednesday forward again. Winders works it out to the left side to Johnson. Johnson swings across in. Sheffield Wednesday play gets in front of Greaves there, tries to work a header in, but that one's gone away and out for a corner. Coyle is pointing and saying that surely didn't come off a City player, but it did, and it's going to be a Wednesday corner on this near left side. 0-0, nearly 10 minutes gone.
Yeah, wrong decision by Coyle there. He needs to get down and hook it. If any thoughts, hook it down the line.
Yeah, he was happy to just watch that one trickle out, wasn't he? But yeah. Wrong decision. Corner to be taken from this left side by Winders. He'll hang it up towards the back, headed away by McLaughlin, comes out to Bannon at the edge of the area, volleys it back in, flicked on by Bernard, maybe an opportunity at the back of the 6-yard box. City hook that one away with Jones. Played back behind, maybe an opportunity for Johnson to play Winders in down the left. Bannon does pick him out. Winders has got space. Coyle lets his man go in the area. But what played across and then just a foot in there by Jones, or was it maybe Ingram who got the final touch to deny him? And it's another corner, but it's Sheff Wednesday, they're the stronger side at the moment. 10 minutes gone.
Yeah, we've not started the best, have we? Like I say, that's an easy little 1-2 there, and like I say, not tracking as runners. It was Jones that got the touch on it, which it could have gone anywhere. It got whipped in at pace. Like I say, that's for giving silly free kicks and corners away.
11 minutes gone. It's played out on the diagonal by Winders to Johnson, who again curls across in, and there's a header down, and it's just wide. And that was close. I think it was Ihekwe maybe who got in there with the final head on it and puts it just wide. And City have got to switch on a little bit. 11 minutes gone. It's goalless, but Sheff Wednesday have had the best chances so far.
They have started sloppy, haven't we? Not bright. Like I say, I thought looking at the pitch, the size of it, it'll suit us. Like I say, get us wide men higher up the field. But we haven't passed the ball yet. We haven't kept it 5 or 6 passes, which is a worry. That's what they want to do. Yep. Inviting the pressure on, but we're not bypassing that. We're not passing the ball through the lines, are we?
Ball sent along by Jones up towards Delap, who loses out. Bannon comes across. His header goes out for a City throw-in on this near right touchline. The Wednesday bench, they've got Devis Vasquez, Malik Wilkes, the former City player, Tyreek Bakinson, Michael Smith, Gisa Quira, Ashley Fletcher, Reece James, Joey Poothie and Momo Diaby. We've had 12 minutes of the game in your second commentary of the day on BBC Radio Humberside, as Grimsby Town were beaten heavily by 6-1 at home to Walsall. A tough day for David Artell's side, as Jones flicks one down the right channel intended for Connolly. Just didn't really have enough on that to find his man, and Wednesday cut that one out. Shout and man on as Wednesday come forward with it with Windus. It's played away to the right side. Got a foot in there just to take it away, but still Wednesday in possession. And it's away on that right side to Valentin. Linking up with Masaba, tries a 1-2, comes off a City player. It's out for a throw-in, about 18 yards over on that far side. And it's the Wednesday fans very much
enjoying it, aren't they?
Yeah, making themselves known at the moment. City fans in the upper and lower tier away to our left-hand side, watching on and just hoping their side can get themselves into this. It's early doors, 13 minutes in, but it's just been very much a strong Sheffield Wednesday start, and they've won themselves a free kick over on that far right side, as the linesman was right in front of it. Just a little tug of the shirt. That'll be a free kick to Wednesday. Peter Swan.
Can't see much wrong at all with that. I think he's touched the back of his head and then he's holding his front of his face. For what I've seen,
it was a bit theatrical, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it will be a free kick. On the far left, it's Bannon that will take it. Probably about 6 yards out. Connolly providing just the one-man wall. City 7th going into this. Whipped in at the front, and Ingram has to make a good save. It got a flick on. Ingram was equal to it.
Was it Windass that sneaked in?
Yeah, I think it was Windass who snuck in. He got the little glancing header. It was a nicely whipped in ball by Bannon. Windass gets in there, flicks the header on, and Ingram has to save it. It's near post and deny. Josh Windass. 0-0. But it could be a different scoreline.
Concentration there. Push the ball to safety, which is important. Not parrying it back into the danger area, which is good goalkeeping. Need to get a grip of the game.
I'm just thinking the same. Why aren't they at the moment? What are Wednesday doing, Swanee, apart from keeping the ball well? But City just can't get on it.
We can't get on the ball, can we?
No. And they've been wasteful with it a little bit, haven't they, in terms of giving possession away when they have had it, but it is mainly...
movement's been fluent and good. They're getting bodies forward like they are now.
Ball played into the edge of the area, in towards Gassama, but City will get it back with Morton. Now Delap, he's got some room to drive forward, up to halfway, takes it on the diagonal, then checks back inside. Nice footwork from Delap, as you would expect. Inside to Slater. Slater works it away to left side to the big-gloved Jason Lakilo, looking to take on his man. Goes around the outside, then checks back inside. Could see maybe wasn't going to get the joy there. Greaves plays it into Slater. Slater dinks it towards the back of the penalty area, but too much for Coyle. And the keeper will go for a quick restart. Coyle's going to have to scurry back quickly. Morton comes across to cover. Gassama steps in. Then there's Windass just picking it up at halfway. Lays a simple ball off to Bannon. Bannon goes more expansive and hangs one up towards that right side to Paul Valentin, and the Spaniard just controls it. Works it inside to Palmer. Palmer and Bannon, plenty of experience between the two of them. Palmer's played 416 games, including today for the Owls. Barry Bannon is 527 for his career today. As Palmer sends it forward again. Here is Bannon. Bannon works it into some space to Valentin on the right side. Lakilo comes across to cover. Tries to get around the outside of Lakilo. Valentin drags it back. A little foot in there from Slater. Comes out to Palmer. Shoots, say the fans. Palmer tries to ride the challenge. Lakilo body checks him. Referee has to think about it. Still Wednesday's ball. Attempted cross comes off Lakilo and out for a throw-in.
Nowhere near the penalty. You could see what he was trying to play for. It was in the box, like, but no penalty for me. But
they're looking dangerous.
They are looking dangerous. We're making it easy for them, aren't we?
16 minutes gone. It is still 0-0. And we're at Hillsborough for your New Year's Day commentaries. A cross comes in from the right. Referee says foul against the Wednesday player. Ihekwe is arguing against it. I'm not sure I saw too much in that one. Did you?
I just thought it was a great, brave header. His head down there, McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Didn't see much more wrong with that.
And if he's saying that Ihekwe caught him, then McLaughlin stooped into it, hasn't he?
Yeah. Didn't see much wrong with that.
No. Fair play to McLaughlin, because Ihekwe had just made enough of a move where he could have almost got half in front of him, couldn't he?
I'm just concerned that we need to keep the ball, like saying that they are if they look at them now, they are pressing, they are forcing us.
Yeah.
Can we play through it now? We broke it out, but we need to be, rather than forcing it, which we have done on many occasions today, and give the ball back to them.
That's nice work from Delap, though. Turns away and still keeps going. Delap, and then his touch lets him down. Runs to Connolly in the area, though. Challenge comes in, and it's a good challenge. And it's cleared away by Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, good play by Delap again. It's what he does. What he does really well in it.
And he just pulled him from this right, hadn't he? He'd picked the ball up in midfield, away more towards the left-hand side, just drove forward. That final touch just let him down, but it pinged off him, ran into the path of Connolly, but he had two defenders around him, and the defender makes the challenge.
Plus, you weren't expecting it.
And again, we talk about wasteful. City under no pressure there, just put it out for a throw-in.
Giving them back possession, giving them more time on the ball. And I say they're confident enough at the moment, Sheffield Wednesday. I think that possibly if we could get a goal, we can see him probably being fragile. Do what's gone on before this season.
It looks nervy from City as Liam Rosenior is like a counting hot bricks down in his technical area. He just walks back, hands in pockets towards his dugout at the moment as Sheffield Wednesday come forward again, try and break down the right hand side. Got a bit of space. Greaves has been beaten, drags the ball back to the goal line, tries to get the cross in, and that one comes off Greaves and out for a goal kick, says the referee.
Good defending by Greaves there, wasn't it? There was no way was he getting past him there, even to throw his head when he was going to cross the ball. He threw his body on the line there to stop the cross coming in.
Yeah.
Good defending, because it looks like the two wingers have got a bit of pace about them. Two wide men for Sheffield Wednesday.
I've just seen a replay of the, we'll call it non-penalty shout. Palmer was just, he literally runs into Lakilo, could do very little about it. So it was the right decision. City working the ball out from their own penalty area again. McLaughlin and Morton linking up. Here's Lakilo, comes deep for it, then works his way inside.
Keep it a bit now, don't we?
Yeah. As the drizzle is on, I can just see that catching the sort of blue tarpaulin. You can see it in the far left corner. Bit of a chilly night as well, as Morton sends it to this right side. He's got Jones in support, plays it to Coyle. Coyle just let that run away from him. Didn't go out though, and Delap controls it.
Yeah, we need to keep in this area for a bit, don't we now?
Yeah.
Just in there half, just a bit of possession. Just wait, be patient, wait for your opportunity.
Slater into Morton, first time back to his midfield partner, who then can slip it into some space to McLaughlin.
This is his best passage of the game in 19 minutes in.
Greaves to McLaughlin, now Jones, right at halfway. Inside to McLaughlin again, might be forced to go back to Ingram. He does, Windus will close him down. Ingram can play it into Morton with a first time ball, then to McLaughlin and into some space here to Jones. As Tufan had made a run, Connolly comes for it.
Good football. That's better.
Just gets caught there by Bernard. And that'll be a free kick to City. Connolly just staying down for a second or two. Just holding
his backside,
his lower back, upper backside area.
His go through straight through the back of him though.
Possession-wise, City were getting the backsides kicked for about 17 minutes of that, weren't they?
Last minute or so, they've looked a bit better, haven't they?
Just over 20 minutes gone in this one, and as you said, it now needs City to kind of turn the tables, doesn't it, and just let them do a bit of defending for a while, and maybe, just maybe, those questions start to creep in. But they've asked a few questions of City so far. Mike and Swanee with you at Hillsborough on this New Year's Day. Good to have your company. And it's 0-0 at the moment, as Ingram's going to send this one long for Connolly to try and chase after. Lakilo's there as well. Well, it's poorly cleared by Sheffield Wednesday, not cleared well at all, and Lakilo has it, drops his shoulder, goes to the outside, then cuts back inside, edge of the area, goes back to the goal line again, plays it into the 6-yard box, but it's nothing more than a back pass and the keeper will claim it.
Yeah, but again, definitely the points got over from the manager, haven't it? That's what he wants from him, to try and attack the full-back, try and get your crosses whipped in. Want the best cross, but again, it was positive on his first thought, which is good to see.
City have won 3 of their last 5, losing to Bristol City and Sunderland either side of Christmas. In between wins against Middlesbrough, Cardiff and Blackburn. A win here would help as well. Back-to-back victories either side of the new year would be nice. As Slater tries to slip Connolly through. Again, just been not the right ball in the right area, but there was a couple of plays around him, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was a tight one. Again, another forced pass. Did he need to play it then?
Dawson will work it out to Sean Bernard, who looked all right when he first came in, didn't he, in his City spell, and then he was in a side, to be honest, that they weren't having much joy anyway, were they, as a side at times?
No. It's a championship player.
Unlike a lot of these Wednesday players, the fans and media are saying they're not championship quality. Done all right so far, though, in the opening 20-odd minutes. They're in possession again here with Palmer. Just turns it back inside to Ihekwe, who started his career at Wolves, the 31-year-old. They've got a few players in that sort of 30 category. The likes of Palmer, Bannon, Ihekwe, another one. Reece James, who's on the bench, former Manchester United youngster. Here's Bernard across to Ihekwe again, and he tries to play it out to the right. I think, Valentin wanted to make the run forward. Ihekwe didn't have quite the same foresight, did he?
It wasn't championship quality pass, was it? Like we've just been talking about.
Yeah, not on this occasion. City throw-in as we've hit 23 minutes. So you had a nice quiet night last night then, Swanee?
I did, yeah, lovely. Nice Christmas. And everything's gone right.
Not sure I can do the New Year's Eve partying anymore.
No, it's not the same, is it?
Not to then try and do a game the next day.
You'll have to ask some at Grimsby players. They might think different to that with that result.
Dear, oh dear. City's players weren't partying, they were staying overnight as a team last night as Wednesday try and break forward again in the drizzle. Ball played out to the right hand side, steps inside, maybe an opportunity, whipped into the 6-yard box, and McLaughlin's there. It was nice work from Masaba, wasn't it? He just dropped his shoulder, stepped in on his left, and with real purpose and confidence struck it with his left foot, but McLaughlin was there, and it's out for a Sheffield Wednesday corner kick. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we'd been under more trouble probably behind if the two wide men had that quality of what they've got beating a player. They're doing that all right, but then the final ball in the box has not been the best by any of them. If they could pick somebody out, we could be in trouble, or we could have been in trouble.
Bannon with the corner over on that far right corner for Sheffield Wednesday. This one's going to be curled in dangerously towards the 6-yard box. It's headed away by Jones. Wednesday will pick it up again in blue and white, and it's shipped to this left-hand side. Johnson looking to try and take on Tufan, gets around the outside of him, looks to put the cross in. That should be Ingram's ball. It is, and Matt Ingram collects it and just steadies things down a little bit. Matt Ingram making his 110th appearance for City today, the 30-year-old. He was 30 back on the 18th of December. Hopefully he got his full collection of presents. None of this, so it's too near Christmas nonsense.
There's not wrong with that.
My nephew, I don't feel for him because we spoil him. He's a Christmas Day baby, but the amount of people who say, oh, doesn't he get enough presents? Yep. He gets spoiled as City try and come forward again. Morton will drill one away to the right side on the angle to Coyle. Coyle wanted to slip it through to Delap. The ball wasn't good enough anyway, but Delap hadn't made the initial run.
No, the run were fine. It'd have got there.
Right.
It was just the pass got cut out.
I didn't know if he'd been a bit hesitant with it. You thought it'd have been all right with the right ball.
It'd have got there.
Here comes Gassama at the other end for Sheff Wednesday. He'll try and slip in Masaba, edge of the penalty area. Greaves has to stand firm with him. Masaba steps in, tries the shot, and Greaves did just enough there. Then it ricochets, and City messing around with it here. McLaughlin strikes it, and it slices backwards. Ingram chases after it. It goes out for a goal kick. That was nearly a calamitous goal. Instead, they've conceded a corner. 0-0. But Swanee, what was going on there?
At the start of it, I think Greaves did brilliant. I thought he'd been turned inside out there, and his big long leg come out there and got the block on it. It was brilliant. Then after that, two deflections. First one, McLaughlin hit against, I think it was Jones, and then it came back to him and did the same thing again. Nearly loops over Ingram. So again, bit of fortune there.
And again, Sheffield Wednesday have a corner. They've had a few of these. City managed to repel them so far. Can they do that again this time? Bannon with a corner, swings it in again to a dangerous spot. Ingram plucks it out of the air.
2 against 2 if he gives him it.
Oh, he could have got that one going. Tufan wanted it quickly, and now finally he rolls it out to Delap, who has got some space to run into. Can he find Conley on the angle over on the other side? Still Delap at the moment, midway inside the Sheffield Wednesday half. They're backing off, flicks it off to Tufan, right hand side. Maybe an opportunity, tries to drive it into the area and takes a deflection and away for a corner kick.
I think Tufan's having a look back there saying, need it quicker.
Yeah. Need
that, because as soon as they'd caught it was a great take. Ingram come between bodies there. Nice clean take. Then he's on the lookout for the quick little break there, and Tufan had made the run. If he'd have put it into Tufan's path, there was 2 against 2. Whether they had the pace to go past the defenders, I'm not sure. That's probably why they were waiting for Delap to get up to join them.
And that was sometimes the criticism of Ingram when Rossini came in, the way he wanted to play as well, wasn't it? That he wasn't quick enough releasing the ball.
Saying that, he wasn't, I don't think. But look where we've got. We've got a corner from it.
Exactly. Corner at the right side. Morton flicks it in towards Greaves. Bounces down near the 6-yard box. Dropped down off the head of McLaughlin. Still not cleared yet. Wednesday messing around with it. It should be able to eventually launch this one away down the right side up towards halfway. But Lakilo's there as a grateful recipient. Gives it to Greaves. Greaves keeps possession, 25 yards out, away to the left side to Lakilo, feeds it in field to Morton. Morton thinks about striking it instead into the area. Greaves drags it back. Greaves with a chance, blocked by the defender. Comes back to Greaves again, but the referee says that Delap's fouled his man, and that was a free kick. I was just waiting for that to fly through, but a body got in the way.
What a pass that was by Tyler Morton. Disguised pass there. I think they thought they were going to set himself up and have sights on the goal there, but he just pulled it back across himself straight into the path. Greaves, who did brilliant for his first touch, brought it inside. It was just good defending that stopped the block with a second effort, but great little pass there by Tyler Morton.
He's lovely to watch, isn't he? When he's on the ball.
Great player.
Just makes it look effortless at times. He's sporting that white bandage on the wrist and thumb from the hand injury he suffered on Boxing Day. I was chatting to him about that. He said it'll be fine, and it has been. Played on Friday, playing now as well, alongside Regan Slater in the midfield. No John Michael Serry, who's already away with the Ivory Coast. Adama Traore will be going off with Mali after this one. Of course, the FA Cup is the next action on Saturday against Birmingham City as the Tigers concede a throw-in midway inside their half on this near left side for Sheffield Wednesday. Still goalless at the moment, 29 minutes gone. And a few of the subs just warming up down there, including Greg Doherty and Adama Traore, and a foot left in there on a Wednesday player. That's going to be a free kick. It was Johnson who took that one. Much in it, Swanee?
I think he saw him coming there and jumped over it.
More
next to nothing.
He didn't catch him, did he?
He's going to ground before he caught him.
Well, I say he didn't catch it. He's
caught his shit, but not enough to go down, is it?
No, not like that. But it's earned Sheffield Wednesday a free kick. They've had less possession according to the stats here as the ball's flicked into the area down the left side for Gassama. Holds the ball up, tries to turn away from Lakilo, does well to stand firm. It's played behind to Bannon. Bannon squares it across, Winder's edge of the area, thought about lining up the shot. Tufan did just enough to put him off there, then a shot from range, and that one's fired well over the crossbar. And that one is out for a goal kick to City.
He's got some great touches, his Barry Bannon, hasn't he? Like I say, that pass there was just as good as Tyler Morton's pass to set the opportunity of a shot up for Josh Windass, edge of the box. And just before that, again, he just played a delicate little chip over a midfield player, and someone got closed down. I think it was Tufan went to close him down, just like dinked it over him with spin. He's got all the passes as the lad might not have the legs now, but as for passing, he's got every range.
They seem to have the numbers advantage every time they find themselves in City's final third, don't they?
They do. And like I said, they've won the ball back in a good area.
Dispossessed ball into Masaba. Masaba edge of the area on his left foot, on his right foot, tries a shot, and it's blocked. It was Greaves who got himself in the way and has managed to defend that one and keep Sheffield Wednesday out. They look dangerous though in and around the area. City
they do, but it's the end product.
It's the end product, yeah. Morton flicks it to Lakilo. Lakilo comes forward. Now to Conley away on the left-hand side. Gets past one defender, tries to take it past another. That comes off a Wednesday man, and that will be a City corner. Yeah, they're not finishing what they're starting, are they?
We've said that a few times about ourselves, really, and we get certain games, haven't they? I said they'll be saying the same, like they're getting themselves in good positions. If we're not going to take the chances, we're going to get punished at the other end, and that's what all being well we're going to try and do now.
Another City corner. Tigers have got players lined up. It's Delap, Jones is in there, McLaughlin and Greaves in that sort of train formation as it's hung towards the back post. Delap's in there, tries to get the header. There's a bit of wrestling going on in the 6-yard box, and the referee says goal kick.
Yeah, I think Delap's just checking him there.
Yeah, don't know who it is that's down at the moment. It's the Hekwe, is it? No, it's Palmer. Palmer, he just looks at the referee and says, what are you doing about it? Yeah, we've just seen that opportunity on the replay. Windus was trying to set up for the shot, wasn't he, right on the edge of the deep. But was it Lakilo who stopped him? Oh, here comes Sheffield Wednesday trying to break down the left side. Maybe an opportunity. They're going to try and drive into the area. Still driving into the area on the right foot. McLaughlin comes across the cover. That's fantastic work in the end, because it looked like Ingram was going to have some work to do, but instead McLaughlin comes across, concedes the corner, but denies Sheffield Wednesday anything else. Still goalless, Swanee.
Yeah, brilliant defending by McLaughlin. If he'd have gone across earlier, he'd have left the space in behind, so the player could have played it in for the space it left, but he left it to the last second there, and when he played the ball in another touch, he got himself across so well and got the block on it. Great defending.
Corner taken short, flicked into the area. McLaughlin has to come across again, and that will be a goal kick. Yeah, they're living dangerously, City.
It was clever, that, very clever by McLaughlin, because like we look there and you look and think he's got so much space in front, get across quick and close the space down, but he didn't. He allowed him to travel into that space, and knowing that if he times it right, he'll get there after this next touch. And he made it, but his touch wasn't too bad, to be fair, for the lad to get his shot away, but just as he had the touch, McLaughlin then like a spring just to get himself in that position as quick as he could.
Well, City, Ingram playing it out of his area there. He had a player close to him. It was Windus, but able to get that one away. And Sheffield Wednesday have it back in front of their own penalty area. 0-0.
It's not as exciting as we wanted it to be. The crowd participation's not really been into it, because they've not really had note to sing and shout about at the moment.
We had the early atmosphere, didn't we, and a lively pace to it, as Coyle's going to have to chase this one down. He's got a chest on it, so needs to do something with it. We're just looking again at that driving run. Like you said, McLaughlin had to really time his run there, didn't he?
Yeah, it was perfect.
It was lovely work. Was it Gassama, I think, who'd broken down that left side? But yeah, lovely work from...
Nothing wrong with that challenge. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever.
The challenge has gone in.
Nothing wrong with
it. The referee's just going to come across, and Morton shown a straight red. Tyler Morton has been shown a straight red card for City. 35 minutes into the game at 0-0, and the Tigers are down to 10 in the Yorkshire Derby on New Year's Day. A challenge that seemingly seemed like nothing, but Gassama's down, writhing and clutching at his ankle, and the referee has shown a red card. We'll see it again on the replay. He's gone in, he's come off his feet, Morton, not much, and the referee has deemed it's a red card offence, and Morton is down the tunnel, and City have got to see this out with 10 men. Swanee?
Not for me at all. It was a favourite. He was already at the ball. He didn't drove and dive in after or anything like that.
No.
Yeah, I think for me he was like the first one to the ball when I first saw it. I'm trying to see it again now. He comes in. Not for me. There's no intention to it. He no studs up for me. Not looking like he's going to hurt the player.
No. I've seen
Got
it
that
again.
one wrong.
No, I've seen it now. I've just seen the angle there. I can see Don Goodman, former player. He's watching it for the TV coverage. I've just seen him shake his head. Now, I'm not going to try and interpret what he's saying, but if he's shaking his head saying not for him, then that seems to be the general consensus, Swanee.
Don Goodman, yeah, used to be my dad's paper boy. Fastest paper boy my dad ever had, Don Goodman. But I'm saying he can't see what he's saying with his behind us, but I'm looking at that and he's...
Just as the replay, he was shaking his head.
It's got to the ball first.
Yeah.
Got that one wrong.
That's a big decision, and he seemingly got it wrong. The Sheffield Wednesday fans, they'll agree with it. They'll say all day long, and that, unfortunately, when Seri's gone, that's going to be a 3-gamer, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'd think.
He even bends his legs. He's not even stretching his legs to hurt anybody. He's not even gone. I know when you're going for a tackle, you are going for tackle times when you try and take the ball and let them know they're going to hurt somebody, but not to break the leg or anything like that. But that's not even that sort of challenge. He just wanted to win the ball there.
You have to think there's...
And he'd won it, the ball.
Yeah. You have to think there's an appeal in that. So we say about the suspension, that there's surely an appeal in that one. But in the meantime, City now down to 10 men, and the free kick's played in by Bannon. It runs through the penalty area. McLaughlin should get there first. City are going to have to regroup.
That could give us the lift that we need.
And then McLaughlin gets caught.
That could give us the lift that we need in a silly way, that.
Yeah.
You know,
we've
because
seen
we
it
haven't been
before,
keeping
haven't we?
possession as much as... All you're doing is losing an extra striker up top to shuffle things around. So if we can still work it through the lines, higher up the field, it shouldn't really affect us against a team like Sheffield Wednesday, you'd say. But they've started all right, to be fair, haven't they, Sheffield?
Yeah, well, they're going to have to make a change. Greg Doherty's going to be introduced in a second. So what's that going to be? Tufan who makes way?
Possibly, yeah, in the gap, in the hole, yeah.
Yeah. You lose the support man to Connolly. Greg Doherty will be introduced in just a second. This free kick taken, but that is a controversial one, and one you can talk about with Ollie after the game. Gassama made sure that his reaction got the attention of the referee, didn't he?
Yeah, he's back on the field now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's back on. The thing is, it's one of those challenges, Swanee, where Morton's got to protect himself a little bit, hasn't he?
In a way, yeah. He got to the ball first. He was like, he bent his legs. It's not as though he straightened them to hurt anybody.
He tried not to fly in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to go for the challenge. If you don't, your manager be saying what you're doing there.
Yeah. Now City are going to make the change. The ball goes out for a throw-in, and it's not Doherty, it's Lakilo who's going to come off. Who looks dejected figure over on that far side. His appearance is 39 minutes it's lasted, but it's a needs-must situation, unfortunately. How's he going to change? How's he going to shape that up then? You can see him just telling Delap what he wants.
Delap's going down the middle.
He's going to push Connolly over to the far side, maybe.
Let's have a look, see what they do.
Sure, we'll see when they start to find the shape a little bit. He's sent Tufan, yeah, Liam Senior just gesturing where he wants us and Tufan. They're going to maybe try and play a bit narrower, aren't they?
Possibly, yeah, like a 4-3-2. Still keep two men up top.
Yeah. Yeah, with Doherty sitting, Slater and Tufan as like...
Slater and Doherty, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 4-3-2.
And then out of possession, Connolly's shifting out to the left-hand side, isn't he? Creating that 4.
When they lose the ball, they go to a 4, like a 4-4-1.
Leave Delap
in possession. Tufan will push up and make it the extra body.
Yeah.
Same with Connolly down the other side.
Lakilo taking the long walk round here at Hillsborough. He's still only just hitting the corner flag towards our near right-hand side as Connolly tries to win that back at halfway. The more and more I've seen it, and the more I think that's a shocking decision, Swanee.
Yeah, me too. Straight away, I thought a great challenge.
Yeah.
And when I saw red, I thought, I must have seen that wrong.
And here's Gassama, who won the free kick, chips the ball away to the right-hand side. Ball attempted to be played in, but Greaves meets it there a couple of yards inside the area to block it and go out for a throw-in over on that Sheffield Wednesday right-hand side.
Got to set the self now. Set the self again. Reset the game. Different game plan. Still 2 back to 4. You've got to break down. Sheffield, you haven't done it.
Ball to the left side to Johnson. Cross takes a bit of a deflection. McLaughlin reads that one well and volleys that one away to this near right side where Tufan is. Tufan does well to just dink it down the line to Doherty. Tries to play it away to Delap, but gives it to a blue and white shirt of Sheffield Wednesday. Bannon down the line to Johnson. 12 yards out. Squares a ball in. Volleyed away by Slater. There's Delap. Holds it off from a couple of Sheffield Wednesday players. Then wins the free kick. And that will be City's ball. We've got about 4 minutes left to the break. There'll be some stoppage time to add on as well as that. Delap gets to his feet eventually and shakes the hands of Gassama. Liam Senior will not be happy. He's been upset with a few refereeing decisions this season. He's got himself in trouble a few times this season. He defended the last one where he got the touchline ban, but he won't be happy with that, Swanee, by any stretch.
Can't do nothing about it. It's done now, isn't it? He's got to deal with what in the next 50-odd minutes he's got left to play.
We've seen it time and time again. You've said it, and we saw it at Blackburn. What happened when Blackburn, I'm talking about earlier on in the season, went down to 10 men early? They became the stronger side for a big part of that.
It don't worry me as much. It honestly don't, going down to 10, because I think they needed to raise the game anyway, and that'll give him that impetus a bit more to, we need to pick ourselves up here now, work the extra mile in. It might get him going a bit more. Like saying, out of possession there, we're still sitting back 2 back to 4. They're still struggling to break them down. It's just, can we keep the ball for longer periods, move probably slowed up the field so you can take bodies with you, and that's it. We've still got the quality in the team to go win the game.
Well, the boos that you just heard, or the groans around Hillsborough, because Bannon could have tried to pick out Valentin over on the far side, and his ball was a poor one and gave City a throw in.
And if they're moaning about Barry Bannon, they've got problems, haven't they?
If you're a Grimsby Town fan, we'll have reaction from David Artell to come in a few minutes' time as well, to that 6-1 drubbing at home to Walsall, after being 1-0 up in that one. No goals in this yet, not even close to being I won't call it a 7-goal thriller, a 7-goal massacre for the Mariners. That will have pleased the newish Mariners head coach. As for the City head coach, Liam Rosenior, he'll not be happy with the red card, but things carry on, and Doherty's now come on for Lakilo, as we said, just to try and change things up. Connolly wins it back for City at halfway. Slater plays it inside. Connolly has it taken from him, and Bannon can clean up to give it to Ehekwe, who brings it to this near side to Bernard, who made just the one Europa League appearance for Manchester United, having come through their youth system. Holds the ball up at halfway, then plays it back to Bannon, who started his career at Aston Villa, the Scottish midfielder. Ball's inside to Josh Windus. Ball played forward and then worked away to the right side. That comes off in the area from Greaves and just bounces into Ingram.
It's right, just guy's back past it, isn't it?
Yeah, did well. Made it look completely unintentional.
Back pass, yeah.
Ingram just showing the ball at the edge of his area, watched by Bailey Cadamartri. Just 18 years of age he is. 3 goals in his 10 appearances, son of Danny. Ball forward by City, up to Connolly. Delap tries to knock it past the defender, but Hekwe's there. Now Sheffield Wednesday have it again with Windus. Fades it to that right side to Masaba. Masaba trying to take on Greaves, gets around the outside of him, drags the ball back, and that one's scooped over by Windus. A couple of ironic cheers from the City supporters who adored his dad, but enjoying seeing Sonny Boy put that one over into the stand and out for a goal kick.
Again, it's the wide man. Not got that ability to pick the pass out. Played it behind Windass, which it was hard for Windass to get anything on that. Never mind it, the target. It was behind him. He did well just to try and, yeah.
Kind of had to hook it back, didn't he?
Yeah, he couldn't get no pace on it. It was, for me, 9 times out of 10, it's always going to go over the bar from there.
Stoppage time board's about to be displayed here at Hillsborough. And it will be 3 minutes of added on time. City down to 10 men then in this first half. Tyler Morton sent off. So the ball's played back behind to Marvin Johnson, who had a loan spell across the City at Sheffield Wednesday back in the 2018... Sheffield United, I should say, the 2018-2019 season. Signed for the blue side of Sheffield in 2021. And Senior not happy, I don't think, with his side. There's a ball played forward.
That was a nudge.
Windus goes down just in the D. Little nudge in the back there. That'll be a free kick. And the referee is going to show a card. And it's a yellow card for Alfie Jones. You said it straight away, little nudge.
Yeah, you could see it. As soon as he played the ball down the middle there, got in between him. Just right, well, the referee's 10 yards behind. He's not going to miss that. A little nudge in it, just you can't do that.
So a free kick in a really dangerous spot.
To be fair, because I think he'd have got there anyway.
Yeah. It was a dangerous ball forward, but he had it covered, didn't he?
Yeah.
And just seemed to take the wrong angle and then got behind him and gave him the nudge in the back, which that was all Windus needed. And is this all Windus needs to give Sheffield Wednesday the lead? It's just very, very slightly left of centre.
Will it not be Bannon?
Yeah, Bannon might fancy it on the left foot. It's just outside the edge of the D. It's a prime spot for an up and over, isn't it? Ingram.
Perfect position, isn't it, for either left or right.
Yeah, Ingram standing slightly to his left, our right as we look at it, and Windus might fancy it, and he does, and he whips that one into the City fans behind the goal. Again, cheers from the Tigers supporters, and it remains 0-0.
Not the best, was it? That was shocking.
Scooped it. Maybe he should have left it for Bannon. Well,
it's easily said after, isn't it?
From a City point of view, best that they didn't leave it to Bannon, because it might have been a different outcome. And it remains goalless at Hillsborough. We'll, like I said, bring you that Grimsby Town reaction shortly. We'll take a look at the scores as well, if we get chance before the break, or before we get back into the second half, that is. McLaughlin sends a header forward up towards the lap. He just dinks it to Connolly. Connolly's ball back is cut out by Sheffield Wednesday, and they'll try.
The two wide men.
Oh, yeah.
They're just lumping it behind the back of the full-backs, and they said that we've got the pace to get there.
Anthony Masaba, the Dutch winger who signed for Monaco, was flying after that one. City clear it away with McLaughlin, but again, only as far as a blue and white Sheffield Wednesday shirt. It's with
lucky lad.
Bernard just about manages to find Johnson. Then Gassama, strong challenge from Louis Coyle, who just looks down on him. He sort of glared at him, didn't he, with a look as if to say, if you're going to get one of our players sent off. And here's Coyle just trying to work the ball away. He does, plays it down the line. It's out for a throw-in. We've had the 3 minutes of added on time. It's now really just any few added seconds that the referee deems to add on. And Josh Smith of Peterborough brings it to a close. Boos from the away end, and those boos will be aimed at the referee for the decision to send Tyler Morton off on 35 minutes, and it is a decision that seems massively questionable. Questions that are being asked by Regan Slater at the moment, along with Aaron Connolly, Sean McLaughlin and Louis Coyle, just trying to move them away from the referee. Coyle just makes sure Greaves passes without saying anything. That hasn't worked because Jacob Greaves is going to talk to him about it as well. They will all be asking the question, why referee, why did you think Tyler Morton deserved to be sent off for a tackle like that? We don't agree. Seems the City fans don't agree. The only person that matters is the referee. The opinion seems to be he's got it wrong. But City down to 10 men. But at the moment, they've not been punished because of it. It's goalless at the break. Hull City 0-0 here at Sheffield Wednesday. Swanee.
Yeah, not the best first half what we're expecting, was it? Regardless to the sending off. I don't think that really impacts the game for me, and that seems strange without having 10 men, because I think if we get the ball and move it as quick as we can do, which we have done in previous games, we can still get something from the game, and I mean 3 points from the game, because like saying they've got not real much. It's just that final pass in the areas where, yeah, they've got pace down the wide areas, but I think if we got on the ball more, we could hurt them more, we can get something from the game. But there's no point in crying over the decision. I don't think it was. It's happened. It's now adjusting it, and we've adjusted it now, and they're still going to try and break us down. But I still fancy to go and get something from the game.
Dear.
Yep.
Where were you seeing it?
I just think the lift. We were flat with 11 players, and I think they needed that lift to get them going, and I think that sending off will give them that lift, especially in the second half, to think, right, come on, if we all raise another 10%, I think that's enough still to go out and beat Sheffield Wednesday. It might be me being stupid, how I'm thinking, but I'm looking at the game, they've still got a lot more to raise the game from, for me. Like I said, we ain't got the ball into, how many times has Delap got the ball and turned and run him? Not many.
No.
So it's things like that, we can still get the ball into him. He can still go and do that with two fans, really. The front three and Connolly not really being involved. There are three probably match winners. If we can get the ball up to them in the second half and get bodies around them, there's still something here for us.
My concern is, and I get what you're saying about their lack of quality, particularly from the two wide players when they're getting into those areas, but too many times they're getting into those areas, and at some point something, the law of averages say something's going to come off.
Yeah, I agree with that as well, yeah. But I'm saying that's something that Liam will be talking about down there. By saying now they're going to like the two banks of four, so the both full-backs should have extra cover with the wide men now sitting back in. They'll have more cover. As soon as they lose it, two banks of four. They're still going to try and break them down. They come break them down with 11. They're going to struggle again, but it's just going forward. We might not get the attacks, as many opportunities as we get, but I think if we keep the ball better, we will do.
The voice of Peter Swan alongside me, Mike White, at Hillsborough tonight for your second New Year's Day commentary of the day, which sees Hull City down to 10 men, but currently goalless in the game. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Hull City 0. Our first commentary of the day took place at Blundell Park. It started well for the Mariners, but quickly went off the boil as they were beaten by 6-1 at home to Walsall. Let's get some reaction to that one now. Can't imagine he'll have been best pleased. The Grimsby Town boss, David Artell, talking to Matt Dean after that game this afternoon.
David, sum up your emotions after what you've just seen today.
Anger, I suppose, is the primary one. Frustration. Also, I think when you've watched a game like that, it confirms some things that you already know that you needed to see. Although you'd prefer it not to happen. The crazy thing is, for 35 minutes we were by far the better team, and then we shot ourselves in the foot not once but twice to going behind. But there was very little in the game at half time, and we'd had by far the majority of that half. So to then come out and perform like we've done is indicative of the season, is indicative of the inconsistency, and indicative of the inconsistency within games. We had it at Mansfield where we played really well and shouldn't have been behind, and then come out second half and didn't lay a glove on him. We didn't, we've had a game today where we've played well for 35 minutes, shot ourselves in the foot twice, and then not performed at all second half. So it's not just inconsistency from game to game, it's actually in game, which is why the Salford sort of performance was, quite reassuring, because it was for virtually a full game. That doesn't excuse the fact that you cannot perform like we've done in that second half. There is a manner of losing the game of football, and certainly in that second half, that is certainly not how you lose a game of football. Not while ever I'm at this football club, that's for sure. You've gone from your biggest win of the season at Salford to your biggest loss in the next game. What does that tell us about your team? What I've just said, that sort of illustrates exactly, in a results-based industry, exactly how inconsistent we are. We have got to find a more consistent level of performance, and if we do that, then results will follow. And like I said, for 35, 40 minutes, we were by far the better team, and we looked like we could quite easily win a game comfortably as well, not just make a team that's in good form look really average. And I think while they're 11th in the table, they are average in that sense. But then we made them look absolute whale beaters because we didn't do the basics well enough. We didn't do what made us successful for 35 minutes, and suddenly we had to revert to sort of default. And it's like, no, keep doing what made you successful in that first 35 minutes. Just because we've shot ourselves in the foot twice doesn't mean that we should go against what we've told you to do, what's been proven in 35 minutes of football. But somehow we do. So there's certainly a learning from my side about people reverting to their type, people going against instructions continuously. So it's not a case of not hearing, or there's either an ignorance or a I can't do it. Neither of them are good from my point of view. So there's a whole sort of you learn as much you learn more in defeat actually than you do in victory. But when you see how well they can do given certain circumstances, like at Salford, you can also see exactly who takes a step back when you need to take a step forward in challenging times. And there was far too many today who took not just one step back, but about three. And that's not how I've been brought up. That's not how I live my life. If something's a challenge, right, step forward. Here we go. Meet it head on. Come on. You're going to have to beat me. If you knock me down, I'll get back up. You're going to have to knock me down again because I'll be still coming forward. Whereas, too many of our players, virtually to a man, started walking backwards. Do you have the personnel to play the way you want to play? Not yet. That's the truth, isn't it? It's a perfectly valid question, and having only been here 5 weeks, that's not to be expected either, I don't think. We've obviously got a January transfer window where some things will change, but it's a very tough window, and it's never revolution in January, ever. The summer will give us more of a steer, more help in that regard. But that doesn't mean to say that the players can't. You know, we went to Salford and we've just had his biggest away performance of the season. So they can, under certain circumstances. But and today wasn't a case of we shot ourselves in the foot, and then twice in the first half, which has changed the game. Then the 2 penalty shouts has changed the game. I thought they were both penalties, and I'm not sure the second one happens if the first one happens, but that's sort of slightly by the by. However, that doesn't mean to say that we shouldn't try to play the right way and play the way that we can build the team, if you like. Nobody was saying after 35 minutes, or even at half time, well, hang on a minute, they can't play this way because we were good. You know, we've seen that. But to maintain that is not so much a case of they can't do it, it's, are they fit enough? Is the mindset strong enough when there's a little bit of adversity? It's not so much they can't do it, it's can they sustain it? Because I think that everyone's seen today that they can do it, but they can't sustain it.
Saturday night is the time to showcase your talent on the BBC.
Thank you so much.
From 6, BBC Upload brings you the best in new comedy, poetry and spoken word.
Upload is a great way to reach a new audience with my spoken word poetry.
From 8, BBC Introducing.
I want to thank you for the support, playing my tracks on the radio.
Supporting and championing new music made right here.
Thank you so much. Honestly, that means so much to all of us.
BBC Upload and BBC Introducing.
Just a few clicks and then the next thing you're getting played on air.
Saturday night from 6 or anytime on BBC Sounds.
BBC Radio Humberside.
Welcome back to Hillsborough then, where the debate, well, I won't even say debate, but the discussion rages on regarding the red card for City's Tyler Morton. And, well, I suppose certainly if you're of a whole City persuasion, the feeling is that it wasn't a red card, and many saying it wasn't even a yellow card. But I'm going to add some balance to this, because I've just had a message from a Sheffield Wednesday fan who's right in front of where the challenge took place, and the message says, bang in front of the Morton challenge, great hit, play on, and just adding that he looks a player as well, which no one's questioning that one. But that just for a bit of balance coming from a Sheffield Wednesday fan who's right in front of where that challenge took place, and that will leave people questioning that decision for some time. It's got us scratching our heads. It really has. We'll maybe chat to Swanee again. He's just away from the commentary point, but I'll maybe go into it again in a second if we get a chance during a break in play, or if before the game gets back underway. But give us your thoughts. Talk to Ollie. Ollie will be along after the game. He'll chat to Swanee. We'll talk to fans as well. 08000 665959 if you want to give us a call and give us your take on it, because I know there'll be people watching this who will have seen it as well, and we'd love to get your views on it. Talk to Ollie in the Football Forum. We're through until 7:30. Let's go through some of the scores that took place earlier in the day, just while we're waiting here on BBC Radio Humberside. In the Championship earlier in the day, City relinquished their place in 6th in the Championship due to Sunderland beating Preston by 2-0. City would need a victory to regain that 6th spot tonight. In the other games as well, I'll bring you those in just a second. My internet's decided to play up. Here we go. Blackburn 2, Rotherham 2. It finished a late goal from Rotherham in that one. Bristol City 0, Millwall 1. Leeds beating Birmingham by 3-0. The Blues are the visitors to the MKM Stadium this Saturday in the FA Cup. We'll have commentary of that one on BBC Radio Humberside. Leicester comfortable winners over Huddersfield by 4-1. Finished Middlesbrough 1, Coventry 3. Norwich City 1, Southampton 1. Plenty of goals down in Devon. Plymouth 3, Watford 3. Queen's Park Rangers 1, Cardiff 2. Stoke City and Ipswich finished goalless, and it's Swansea City 1, West Brom 0. And at half-time here, just a reminder, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Hull City 0. Commentary of the second half on the way shortly. I think we'll be seeing the teams emerge in just a few minutes' time. In League One, it finished Barnsley 1, Wigan 1. Blackpool 2, Lincoln City 0. Bolton 1, Burton 0. Cambridge 0, Leyton Orient 2. Carlisle 2, Port Vale 1. Charlton 1, Oxford United 2. Derby 2, Peterborough 3. Northampton 1, Cheltenham 0, Portsmouth 2, Stevenage 1, Reading 3, Exeter 2, Shrewsbury beat Fleetwood 3-1 and Wycombe 3, Bristol Rovers 2. The team's just coming back out here at Hillsborough. No sign of Swanee at the moment. Not sure if he's disappeared completely. He was chatting to Don Goodman earlier on from the TV coverage. But no sign of Swanee. The team's out, the referee's out. We'll be back. We'll have second half commentary for you in just a few minutes' time. I'm just trying to have a look to see if there's going to be any more changes to be made by the Tigers at the break. There is going to be a change for Sheffield Wednesday. They're going to bring on Ashley Fletcher. And he's coming on for Bailey Cadamarteri, who's a bit of a non-entity in that first half. Swanee will be back with us in just a second. Scott Twine's going to come on, and so too is Cyrus Christie. And we'll see who they're coming on for in just a moment. So we'd already seen Greg Doherty coming on as part of that tactical switch when Morton gets sent off. And Swanee's back with us. Swanee, will see who the substitutions are going to be in a second. But while you're away, I just had a message from a Sheffield Wednesday fan who says, bang in front of the Morton challenge, great hit, play on.
Exactly, that's what I thought.
And that's
myself.
A Wednesday fan.
Yeah, I was talking to Don Goodman and he just looked around and went, completely got it wrong. Completely. If he's undecided, it took him a while, you don't give it, do you? You don't give it.
No. Some even saying not even a yellow, and they're probably right.
I thought it was just a normal tackle.
He's got to protect himself, hasn't he?
Yeah, he didn't.
In the challenge.
He's not gone into it, hurt nobody at all.
No, his legs are outstretched, as you said. A baffling decision.
Right, we've got a couple of substitutions. See how we set up here now. It looks like Delap's gone straight down the middle.
Yeah, the change is Twine on for Connolly, Christie on for McLaughlin. So Christie's gone to right back, Coyle to this left-hand side. They've taken off Cadamarteri for Fletcher as they'll try and create something here, and it's not kept in by Sheffield Wednesday.
4-4-1, simple as now, isn't it?
Yeah, so they'll go Ingram in goal, back four, Christie, Jones, Greaves and Coyle. Doherty and Slater, the two in the middle. And then
Twine and Tufan.
Twine and Tufan are sort of those two narrow supporting Delap, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then you're relying on your two sitters to provide you your extra support if you can get your two players going forward. Yeah. Let's see what City can do in this second 45 minutes then. Down to 10 men, but Swanee saying before the break, you still feel there's an opportunity here, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Their changes seen Fletcher come on for Cadamarteri, so they've got Dawson in goal, back four of Valentin, Ihekwe, Bernard and Johnson. Palmer and Bannon in the middle with Masaba and Gassama, the two wide players, right and left, and Windus will now support Ashley Fletcher. There's shouts for handball from the fans. Ashley Fletcher, 28 years of age, another one who came through at Manchester United. Here's Bannon, just steps inside away from Doherty. Doherty going to get the most minutes he's had in quite a while as Wednesday have some space down the left-hand side. Early cross in. Should be Jones to head that one away from the edge of the area. It is. Comes out as far as Palmer, who pirouettes away from the right side, more infield. Given to Windus. Comes back to Palmer again. Bright orange boots. Slide it away to this right-hand side. And then played on the overlap. Here's Palmer again. Drags across back in. Doherty gets in there. Bannon at the edge of the area. Needs to be cleared away. Delap couldn't quite bring it under control, but it's fired downfield. And as far as Bernard and the fans urging him to turn and face up because he had time to play with.
The longer it stays at 0-0, the more frustrated the fans will get, because you know what fans are like when you go down. The team goes down to 10 men. They expect an instant goal, don't they?
Yeah.
It's not that case, is it?
No. Hayes across in from the right side. Greaves gets in. That came off Fletcher, I think, last. But it's hooked away anyway. Out as far as Ihekwe into Bannon. Now Bannon once more. Movement from Windus, but Bannon plays it infield. Just gives it to Masaba, and then City won it back in their own half with Tufan, who dallied with it, and now Wednesday have it back again. Christie should be able to clear that one away. He does. Tufan, first time tap into Doherty, plays it across the face of the penalty area to Coyle. Wants some support forward. That was not good enough there from Coyle, didn't have enough on it. And Sheffield Wednesday get it back again. Palmer, ball into the area, edge of the box, maybe a chance for Fletcher, and a challenge there from Christie, and the shot comes in anyway from the left side, and Sheffield Wednesday have taken the lead. So the challenge came in, there was a cry for a penalty. The referee, I think, had a think about it, but instead the shot's been fired in, and City down to 10 men early in the second half, just 3.5 minutes in, have conceded. And it's the home side in the bottom 3 of the Championship, depleted with suspensions and injuries, and the Tigers trail with a chance to go back into the top 6. Well, they'll have work to do if they're going to do that. And it's Johnson who scored on Friday night, who's got it again, and City are 1-0 down against Sheffield Wednesday.
I thought it could have been a penalty just before that as well. It goes across him, goes to ground, and then it's the same, everybody switches off. Is he going to give it or not? And then we don't get tight enough, and the lad just smashes it high to England's right-hand corner. Not the best defending. Not the best defending at all.
I'm with you. I mean, Christie, I think the referee's looking at it as the ball runs away.
He's like he's undecided what to do there.
Yeah. But there was probably a decision for him to make there. But then Johnson lashes that one into the top corner. I don't think there's much Ingram can do there, can he, with the way he's played it. But someone's got to pick Johnson up, haven't they?
Yeah, you thought to get tighter, shouldn't you?
Even if there ends up being a penalty decision, Johnson's not picked up. And again, City concede a goal that really they shouldn't be conceding.
And that's regardless to the 10 men.
Yeah. Well, Johnson's goal gave them the win against Preston on Friday, as I mentioned. And will that be the one that gives them victory? Back-to-back victories over a Yorkshire rival in City. Liam Rosenior has got to be down there shaking his head and wondering how they find themselves in this position. Having said that, we spoke about the possession, didn't we, that they'd had in that first half. They didn't have the end product, but we said if you give them enough of an opportunity,
something's going to happen, yeah.
Something's going to happen, as Windus is going to try a shot from range. That's going to take a deflection and away for a Sheffield Wednesday corner.
Now they've got that first goal, you can feel the confidence within the ground. Longer you go at 0-0, the frustration kicks in, but they've got the goal for us at the wrong time. There's never a right time to concede, but you could just longer it had gone. You felt them like wilting, to be fair, because everything they're trying, nothing was coming off.
No. I've just seen the replay, and we're talking about not picking up Johnson. Greaves has tried to cover him. He's coming across to cover Johnson. Christie makes the challenge, and here comes Sheffield Wednesday with the corner. That's gone out and out for a goal kick. But no one's tracked Johnson coming in from that left-hand side.
I'm not seeing that again.
No. Wow, 1-0. How things can change. Yeah, a long way to go, but just how things can change, Swanee. Just
football
like
for you, isn't it?
Oh, given away by City there, cheaply. Deep in their own half, away on the left-hand side. Sheffield Wednesday attacking the goal to our right as we look at it. Kasama trying to take on his man. Laid back by Bannon. Johnson plays it to Bannon, whips a cross in. Jones heads it away to the edge of the box. Palmer tries to get there. Then Johnson again gives it to Bannon once more. And then that's come off Bannon's foot, slipped away and out for a throw-in. City's ball. They've got remaining subs then. Ryan Allsop back amongst the substitutes. Aliar's there, Traore, Vaughan, Smith and Jacob. We've already seen the introduction of Doherty in the first half as part of that tactical change, or adjustment we'll say, after Morton was sent off. And then Twine and Christie coming on at half-time. BBC Radio Humberside at Hillsborough on New Year's Day. Mike and Swanee on FM Digital and Freeview channel 721. Some of the City fans trying to G up their side, but it's the Wednesday fans, the more buoyant at the moment.
Yeah,
it's the Danny Rule shout that's coming from the Hillsborough fans. Ball worked out to this right side by Palmer. Palmer gives it to Valentin. Valentin gets round the outside of Twine, floats across in towards the penalty area, headed away by Christie, still not clear yet. Bannon scoops it over. Goal kick. Could have been more troublesome. 53 minutes gone. It's Sheffield Wednesday 1, Hull City 0. Swanee.
Yeah, it's that confidence that's giving them that lift in it now. We just need to keep on the ball, don't we? We need to get hold of the ball. We didn't do much in the first half. I reckon possession will be in there on their side of it as well.
Well, Sheffield Wednesday won their first game in 3 on Friday. They had won 4 of the last 7 and losing 3 before that. Or they have, sorry, within that they've won 4 of the last 7, I should say. They had to go until the end of October to win the first league game. 13 league games without a win. You can see why they're at the bottom 3, but they're making life difficult for the Tigers. 10-man Tigers tonight. And they're in possession now in blue and white. It's with Palmer. Palmer ships it forward. The ball's allowed to run. Jones wanted to leave that for Ingram, but didn't have enough on it. Into Doherty. Doherty in a tight spot on the edge of the D. Does well to get that out from under his feet. Slater has it taken from him by Palmer, though. And they've just got a bit more of that terrier spirit about them at the moment, Swanee.
They have, yeah. It's that belief in that goal, isn't it? 60% possession they've had. That's not like us. Last couple of games, like I say, we've dropped on that.
Come Wednesday again on the right foot. Oh, buried in the bottom corner. It's Gassama who's got him from the left side, and on his right foot it's buried far past Ingram's left hand, and this is not going to script at all. You say it time and time again, how football can come and kick you in the backside when you expect one thing and something else happens, and that's exactly what's happening to the Tigers tonight. Down to 10 men for a red card that shouldn't have been, but then 2 goals, one that was fired in from close range into the top corner, this one in the far corner from distance outside the area, and City are shell-shocked at Hillsborough. Sheffield Wednesday 2, Hull City 0.
Yeah, that is a strike in it. That's a strike and a half. Like I say, coming from that right, big diagonal ball. So that just drifts in, plays a little 1-2, goes himself, and he brings it across probably about 20, 22 yards outside the box. He's got to get tighter to the first ball. The second one, he drops his shoulder and gets away. I don't know who he gets away from. Is it Christie there? Then they just thought it's opened up for me to fire at him with a bit of curl on it, and that's what he's done, and he's found the bottom corner. But Christie's got to get tight. He's chugging there, trying to get closer to him. Not good enough, is it?
And too many times, Swanee, they're getting caught with opposition players coming in from those wide areas and punishing them, and they've got caught again.
That's what we like to do. That's what we're trying to get our players to do, that coming from the drifting in, and they've been done at their own game, really.
Time and time again, we've seen it at QPR against Bristol City. We saw it at Ipswich earlier in the season. We saw it against Sunderland. Those times, as good as this team can be defensively, they've been caught with some really, really silly goals from areas that they're just not dealing with, and they're not learning the lessons. And here they come again with Valentin down the right side, slips it into the right channel. Ball's attempted to be dragged back. That one comes off Twine and out for a corner. Twine's going mad. Whether he's trying to play the referee and then he's getting to book him for his trouble as well. With the protests, he talked himself into a yellow card.
Well, I'll go with Twine there, because I think the way he reacted there, it must have ricocheted back off the Sheffield Wednesday player and gone out for a goal kick.
Yeah, he certainly seemed to react as such, didn't he?
You know yourself if it's caught you.
Yeah. You're not singing anymore from the Sheffield Wednesday fans as the corner's swung in. It's defended away by City. Twine, the latest to go in the book to join Alfie Jones, as City with all kinds of defending to do here. It's with Gassama on the right side, cross ball in, it's just hit the roof of the net. Fletcher had met it and caught it, and it goes over in the roof of the net, and it's a City goal kick.
Well, we're all over the shop at the moment, aren't we? It's going to go from bad to worse at the moment. Like I say, they haven't got a grip on the game. They're getting tight enough that's in. You just look at the body language, looking through the team there, and there's no togetherness at the moment. That's everything they're doing, trying to play out. They're getting caught. I can't remember how many times we've played it out from the back and got ourselves in a an attacking position. I think happened once in the first half. We ended up with a corner, which that's what we've been doing on a regular occurrence, really. It's not happened today.
Well, we're going to see Aliyar introduced, and young Matty Jacob is about to make his first senior appearance. You talk about a bit of a baptism of fire. The young left back is going to find that out. Sheffield Wednesday in possession. 58 minutes gone, and the scoreboard to our left reads Sheffield Wednesday 2, Hull City 0, as Bannon on that quarterback position, just dictating everything, floats one up towards the edge of the area. Greaves comes across, nearly a bit of indecision between, or a mix-up between Greaves and Jones, and Sheffield Wednesday get it back off the cleared ball at halfway, and Bannon ships it away to the left-hand side. Played down the line. Windus to Johnson on the overlap, worked inside to Palmer, back to Palmer again, tries a shot with his right foot, just wide, but only because of a touch. Whether it was a save or a defender, I'm not sure. Either way, it's a Sheffield Wednesday corner.
Yeah, they've got a spring in the stride, haven't they now? It's crazy confidence in football and what it makes you do.
Corner taken quickly into Gassama, plays it across to Bannon, tries to get it onto his left foot, slides the ball through, little flick on, attempted shot, it hits Coyle. He's doubled over, but still trying to defend this. Play continues near the angle of the penalty area. Sheffield Wednesday lead 2-0 and looking to add a third, and Tufan gets in the way of one and then gets his path blocked by Palmer. That will see Palmer go in the book, and he took that one for the team because Tufan was surging away, and that'll allow City make the changes.
Yeah, if that had been Delap, he'd have had the pace, he'd have knocked it 20-30 yards in front of him and still got there, wouldn't he? Yeah. Tufan knew, got a little tug on him there, he went to ground and just getting substituted here.
And it's Aliyar for Tufan. There's one change. And Delap's coming off.
Strange.
For Jacob.
That's a strange shout for bringing Delap off. He's the one that can get hold of it. I don't understand that one.
No, I don't. And that is one.
He's somebody that can do something by himself, and that's what you need when you're down to 10 men, especially up top.
Liam Rossigna will always answer the questions. It's certainly one to ask after the game, because he's brought a left back off, and it's Matty Jacob, and we shouldn't take the shine off that for him. This is his senior debut.
Good luck to the lad.
Yeah, good luck to him, but probably not the best of games to be coming into. But yeah, Aliyar comes on for Delap. That will raise a few eyebrows among the City fans from Liam Rossigna. He'll have his reasons. Hopefully he'll be able to explain them to us after the game. We'll try and get him on live down at pitchside before we go off air at 7:30. An interesting response from Liam Rossigna to a number of things in this game. And here comes Sheffield Wednesday again as that rain looks to, it's gone from more of a drizzle to a bit of a heavier stream now, yeah. Here's Windus picking it up from deep. Leaves the ball. There's going to be a shot perhaps from range from Masaba. Played to the outside to Valentin. Drags the ball back. Good work there from Slater to read that one. And the former Sheffield United man is fouled as he scurries away. And he wins the free kick. Not how he would have wanted to come back to his hometown or home city, as that's going to be a booking. Is it for Valentin? It is. Referee Josh Smith of Peterborough's taken charge of a few Premier League games this season. He officiated 4 City games last season. Been busy this afternoon, or this evening rather, hasn't he?
He has. He made wrong decisions on some.
It's going to be a City ball on this left-hand side. Jacob and Aliyar, the 2 latest substitutes. Aliyar will shift it away to the right side to Coyle, who cuts inside and then beavers away to across the centre circle before playing it to Jacob on the left. Just plays a simple ball back to Greaves. In turn to Jones. He's got Christie in support. He's been forced back into their own half. Flicks it through a gap to Twine. Twine goes down. That's another City free kick, which is City keep the ball going quickly. Nice 1-2 between Jacob and Greaves. Greaves striding on the left-hand side, tries to send a cross into the area. It's defended uncomfortably and awkwardly by Bernard, but effectively in the end. And that one's played away and out for a City throw-in. If they get a goal now, Swanee, that all of a sudden might just start getting
good player there.
Edgy again.
Might have Jacobs and Jacob Greaves, won't it?
Yeah.
A little 1-2. Greaves got himself in a good area again. Started playing now.
Matty Jacob with number 29 on his back. The ball played away to the right side, though, away from him to Coyle. Coyle's got no support, so he's just going to try and drive it through the 6-yard box. And that maybe needed a bit more patience there, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a good build-up, wasn't it? He got himself in a good position. They're waiting for that opportunity. He got behind the back of the fullback. And I think it was a bit more frustration, really, from Coyle. I think he had a glance across, didn't see nobody, and still smashed it. It should have been patient, held up until he got some support from the three behind him that were trying to get there.
Well, as we hit the 63 minutes mark, there's a round of applause from the fans here at Hillsborough. Got a message coming in here, which I'll read for you in a second. Shoy says, sending off or not, they're first to every ball and we're getting out-battled. Making all 5 subs with 30 minutes left when you're down to 10 men is silly as well. Thoughts, Swanee?
Yeah, there's half an hour to go. I'm saying it's all eggs in one basket now, isn't it?
Yeah, they've got to try and get something.
The one, though, for me, because he's an individual sort of player that can turn the game.
Yeah, as we said, Liam Rosini will have his reasons. I don't get it. We'll see what he says after the game as Wednesday try and come forward again into the area. Fans more than the players asking for a foul there in the box. Not given. Ball played up to Aliyar, who has been the forgotten man. Just he's had his injuries as well, obviously. Aliyar saying, send it down to me. Jacob's going to take this throw in 20 yards from that left corner flag. Wednesday win the header. Aliyar goes in, or shout there from Valentin, wanted to get the free kick, didn't happen. And then Aliyar loses possession of it, and Wednesday get it back again, leading by 2-0. 65 minutes gone on BBC Radio Humberside. Mike and Swanee on your New Year's Day here from Hillsborough. Wednesday fans, they're happier at the moment, seeing their side leading and making the most of that advantage they've got with City down to 10 men. Tyler Morton sent off in the first half on 35 minutes for what we're going to deem and label a very questionable red card. Here's Valentin. Just about make that number 14 on the back of the blue and white Sheffield Wednesday familiar kit of theirs. Here's Ingram in pink, just rolls it out to Christie. Christie down the line to Coyle, who's playing in the more advanced position down that right side now, isn't he? He's gone over there. I'll give you the full shape in a second. As Greaves holds the ball up. Slater. Oh, nice little nutmeg there of Windus. And then Gassama pulls out the challenge. Bannon's fouled. Sheffield Wednesday free kick. So City are lining up, aren't they? They've got Christie, Jones, Greaves and Jacob. Coyle, are they almost playing with wing backs?
It's like 3 centre-halves at the moment.
Christie, Jones and Greaves, isn't it? And then Coyle and Jacob are the 2 wing backs.
Yeah.
With Doherty and Slater supporting Aliyar and Twine.
Yeah, it's very narrow, but that's how it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
The width is in your wing backs with Coyley and Scott
Matt Jacobs.
Matt Jacobs.
Yeah. Here's the Heckway for Sheffield Wednesday. Do you see a way back? I know we're coming up to the final quarter of the game.
10 minutes and kept it at 0-0, they'd have been more frustrated, and I think you would have got something from it.
Conceding just after the break was...
Now you're worried that you can just see them getting another one, can't you?
Yeah, the 2-0, and here they come pushing for a third. Bannon from range floats it out to this right side to Valentin. Valentin has the space shown to him inside by Jacob, gives it to Bannon. Bannon dinks it into the area. That one just runs through. It's intended for Masaba. He puts his hand up to acknowledge it, and it's a City goal kick.
I think we've made them look better than what they are, haven't we?
Yeah, unfortunately so.
You get yourself in a good position in the league, turn of a new year, let's have a go at it, get yourself in that top 6. You're still sitting pretty in the position we're in at the moment, but the amount of points we've thrown away, haven't we?
Yeah. And it's listen, we've spoken about it, the improvement from where they were to where they are now, and that some of the reactions are over the top because you think, well, hang on, look where they are.
Yeah.
But it's because some of the frustration by the more measured, level-headed ones are because you know what this team can be
capable, and
are not doing enough.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yes, there's the extremes, and you can kind of park them off to one side. Get that. Yeah. But the rational thinking will say exactly what we're seeing.
Yeah.
And these are examples of it. Slater wins it back for City in midfield. Twine plays it away to Coyle, who turns on the boosters. Cuts the ball back inside to Twine. He's going to get challenged just as he does. City fans want a free kick there. Referee was right near it, just a few yards away. It seemed to come in from behind, but the referee was happy with it, and that's opened up space for Wednesday to try and push on down this right side again. With Valentin. Liam Rossini trying to get his men back. Jacob Greaves, one of them, who's on his 150th league start for City tonight. Again, not one he'll be too keen to remember. Three of the 5 league wins for Sheffield Wednesday have been at home this season prior to this one. They've scored 2 or more in each victory, so it's kind of going again, isn't it, to pattern for them.
Strange how it works, isn't it?
Yeah. City's last New Year's Day win, we mentioned that was against Wednesday back in 2020 here. They're going to have some work to do if that's to be the case today. I think salvaging a point is the first priority now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Here come Wednesday again, trying to get forward.
In flashes, we're fine, but it's not long enough and holding it.
Balancing in space again, right-hand side, just pushes to the edge of the area, then steps inside on his left foot, and that's a tame one into Ingram. 2-0 Wednesday lead.
Yeah, but still letting him get the shot off. If he catches that right, or don't catch it right, it could go either side at keeper.
City are going to miss out on the chance of moving back into the playoff places as we head into the FA Cup break. 39 points from the 25 played before today. 1-11, drawn 6, lost 8. Goal difference is just going to be reduced by a couple more right now, unless they can affect that with a couple of goals. Can they get themselves back in it? Here's Aliyar trying to make something happen.
He's going nowhere, is he?
No, rather Langway. He's done well though in the end. He gets in, breaks into some space, left-hand side, tried to pick out Twine. Just as Swanee said the word, he managed to just tap it left foot to right foot and knocked it through a couple of defenders, but it looked like he was going into a blind spot.
Nowhere. Yeah. And he'd come out at the other end with something that was just good.
Because it all seemed very lackadaisical as well from him, didn't it?
Didn't have much support at all, did he?
No. Corner then from City, or for City, from this left-hand side at the Leppings Lane end. 71 minutes gone in the game. Twine with the corner from this left side. It's not a good one. Hung up towards the back. Referee spots a foul, and that will be a free kick. That's so frustrating when that happens.
It was for the free kick being given, and I'm just trying to see what the infringement was. It was Jones that got pushed on it, or Greaves.
Yeah, Jones seemingly
got pushed into a play, and the referee probably saw back end of it where it looked like he pushed the Wednesday player.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, those decisions are going against City as Greaves gets in the way of a ball down this right-hand side. Wednesday have it in their own half with Windus. No doubt Dad will be looking on. There were mixed feelings about this one as here come Wednesday again. Ball chipped into the area. Jones heads it away and a shot from range, and it's through. It's caught on the half volley with some power, with some pace, and that will put it to bed, I'm afraid, for Hull City on this New Year's Day. It will be no success in the derby in Yorkshire for the Tigers. Down to 10 men, and unfortunately they've been punished time after time, and you have to say they've only got themselves to blame for this one. City fans heading home already. They're going to make the way back, dejected and disappointed at how this one's turned out. And Sheffield Wednesday, well, they've upset the form book. They've upset what everyone was saying about them, and it is Sheffield Wednesday, who will take the 3 points. This time, of course, you knew who it had to be. It was Windus who caught it on the half volley, past Ingram, and Sheffield Wednesday lead by 3-0.
Yeah, it was a great strike by the lad, to be fair. Came late into the action. Ball came out, not the best clearance, but it came out, sat perfect for the half volley. And he's got it sweet as into the bottom keeper's left-hand side. Nothing Ingram could do. He probably got his hand to it, but good strike by Windass. You could see that it was coming. You could see another goal coming, couldn't you?
Yeah. Well, a couple of changes being made as well. Michael Smith and Momo Diaby are coming on. Windus is one of them to go off. Didn't see who the other one was. Bring you that in a second. But Windus, his final action is to score against his dad's club, his hometown club, obviously. And yeah, a New Year's Day not to be remembered, Swanee, unfortunately.
Yeah, and the flooding out the old fans. Not the best day for them.
Here comes City into the area. Shouts for handball. It is handball. Referee points to the spot. Well, what is it? 74 minutes. And I'm not going to call it a lifeline, but you just never know. But at 3-0 down, City have got themselves a chance to at least get on the scoreboard. I think Twine has stepped up to take it. There was a couple of arguments about who was going to take it.
Just looking, was it a penalty?
Well, the referee, he didn't mess around, did he? Yeah, there was a movement. It came into the chest, then he moves the arm, doesn't he?
He got a nudge from behind, but I think he's realised in the first half he's had a blunder. So any opportunity to give us some sort of benefit back, he was going to do that.
Scott Twine then, who's got 3 goals for City so far, on as a substitute, with the Tigers 3-0 down, and at the away end has a chance to get one back. Maybe a 4-step run-up. Waits for the referee. Dawson bounces on his line. Twine fires it past Dawson. And City have got one back. Like I said, we'll not call it a lifeline just yet, but City might just get a bit of hope from that one, because they've got themselves on the score sheet, down to 10 men, down by 3-0. But then Twine steps up, finishes the penalty, and it's Sheffield Wednesday 3, Hull City 1.
Gives you a bit of a lifeline, something to play for, doesn't it? The fans are still streaming out in that far corner, though. Still 15 minutes to go. Another quick one now, then you never know.
Has that got you believing, Swanee?
Not really. But a quick one now, let's in.
So you gave it the big build and then no.
I know. You just look at it and you're thinking, it's not their day, is it?
No.
But I'm just thinking that they could be fragile. Let's see. I know they keep bombing bodies forward, but
well, here they come again. They're going to have the space. Cross ball into the area, and Jones just gets a foot in to defend it, and it's a corner kick.
It's a basketball, isn't it?
We're seeing the replay again here. No, I don't think there's enough of a shove. Aliar puts his arm on him, but I think that's about it. Ihekwe kind of
spins his body around.
Feels the touch, spins in, doesn't he? Yeah. And it's enough. As it hits the chest, the arm comes round, and it's the arm that then knocks it.
Great penalty by Twine.
Yeah, took it well. Just above Dawson, who went the right way. Corner taken short, out on the angle. Played out to the left-hand side. Cross might come in. No, it goes back again. Little 1-2s. Comes to Johnson once more. You can hear the Wednesday fans saying, come on, get on with it. Then played out again. In fact, they're not. They're giving the olays. That's what they're doing. And then ball slipped through down that left side to Bannon. Bannon drags it back. Maybe an opportunity inside the area. Shot going to come from range. Oh, it's hit Twine. And comes back in. Might be cleared away. Headed into the area. Ingram's ball. And City get away with that one.
Well, there's still time, isn't there? If there's belief there.
Yeah. Ian Rossini just looks on calmly, a bit different to what he was a couple of minutes ago, as he was trying to get the message out what he wants. Matty Jacob just tries to head the ball inside. That was going to be picked up and played back by Momo Diaby. It's rolled out to Bernard. And across this left side to Liam Palmer, who's just slotted in at right back with Diaby coming on. And then floated away, and Coyle can head that one back to Ingram in his penalty area. 3-1 then, and there's 12 minutes plus stoppage time left. Maybe if City can find one in the next few minutes, that might be a bit of a different outlook. Because Wednesday might just get edgy. Some City fans are still trying to decide whether they want to leave or stay. Just hovering in that far corner. Here comes Greaves, striding forward with that familiar gait of his. Lays it off to Jacob on the left-hand side. Whips across in. Headed away. Comes out as far as Doherty. Gives it back to Jacob again, who looks to try and line up a cross in a bit of a tight spot. Gives that one away. Cut out by Wednesday player Diaby. Giving it the old tricks past the Scotsman. Again, the cheers and the olays from the fans as Jacob tries to go in on Diaby. And that's going to be a City throw-in. Nice footwork from the big man there. 27,489. We know there was about 3,200 or so travelling City fans this afternoon, or tonight as it is now, at 5 to 7. And we've got still a fair bit of time left to be played. We're supposed to be through to 7:30. We might not get you that Liam Racine reaction beforehand. We'll see how long it's going to be. When we get down there, we'll make a judgment call on it, and if we can bring it to you, we will do, before we opt out of our coverage here tonight, because I think that's reaction we're going to want to bring you here on BBC Radio Humberside, to hear what Liam Racine has to say, not just to the performance, but also to the red card that, I don't know, do you say that changed it, Swanee?
It's got to, hasn't it? I just thought with it we needed to lift his game anyway, so I thought after that that'll give us an automatic lift in itself.
Yeah.
But we didn't hang around long enough to keep the fans quiet. We give them opportunities, not best defending. Once they get the goal, that completely changes the atmosphere of the game, doesn't it? Because the confidence they all get with the players, they look a bit brighter, moving the ball quicker. As we've got, is it Matty Jacobs on the floor?
Yeah, Matty Jacobs just gone down in the centre circle. While that's happening, Liam Racine has called all his players across to have a word with them, or certainly a few of them. Aliar's there, Slater's there, Jones, Doherty, Greaves as well, and Jacob just been checked out in the centre circle. Just checking his left leg, aren't they?
Left knee, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully nothing serious. They've used all the substitutions, which goes back again to what Swanee said earlier. What Shawey said, not you,
yeah.
Swanee. Shawey said about using all the subs up. Went down to 10 men.
Yeah, that's in that. See how he gets. He don't look the best, to be fair, the lad. Soap is okay. Walking all right.
Yeah, he's back up. Just walking off, doesn't seem to be, I don't know, yeah, nothing obvious, is there, in terms of a limp. And he's going to be coming back on in just a few minutes' time. Just has a drink of water, and the referee will get things underway again. City, unless they can find something dramatic in the final 8 minutes or so, plus stoppage time, they're heading for defeat against the struggling Sheffield Wednesday. I say struggling, and they are. They're in the bottom three. But they've picked up in terms of performances under Danny Rowe. The fans love him by all accounts, the German manager. And he's on the verge of securing a big Yorkshire Derby win, and this is just going to rub salt in the wounds for City in a second. Malik Wilkes about to be introduced. Have you read that script before, Swanee?
Yep.
Yeah.
More than once.
Here's Bannon in possession, just inside the Wednesday half. Ships it down the left side. Christie's missed it. Maybe a chance now. They've got a 3-on-2. Christie trying to get back. Ball on the left side. Ball onto the right foot. There comes a shot, and Ingram saves it. It's a comfortable one. That could have been messy. It was Gassama.
Oh,
Ingram's giving the ball away. Maybe a chance needs to be dealt with by Jacob. He's back on and clears it away. That's sloppy from City. They need to switch on and not make this any worse. Even if they're not going to get themselves back in with some late drama, they need to not turn this into a destruction job. It's Ball at halfway, the olays again coming from the Wednesday fans, including some of those around us here in the main stand here at Hillsborough. There's Bannon, who's been busy all game, hasn't he, for them?
Yeah.
He has literally done what we said. It's that quarterback role, isn't it? He's just dictated everything. Just
at the same pace.
Yeah.
At the Surrey pace.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. This has not gone how anyone expected, although I say that.
I fancied them really comfortable today.
Yeah. But we spoke beforehand, didn't we, about we've said this before, how many times have we seen football, etc, 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 all the usual cliches, but the cliches for a reason. Here's Wednesday in possession, right side. Palmer flicks it inside to Masaba. Back to Ihekwe, and now Bernard. Yeah, all those times where you say, oh, we've seen football too often, we know how this works, and guess what? The till's living itself out in front of us tonight.
Listening to everybody telling us how bad they are, 12 players out.
Yeah.
They'd be happy with any sort of result.
Bannon he's waved, he needs to come off. I think he's just pinged something as he played that ball. He's waiting here for possession at the moment. He's trying to let the ball bypass him. You can see that he's just trying to stay out the way of it now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, Greaves comes in flying in with a tackle. It's going to be yellow, I think, but that was a tackle born out of frustration from Jacob Greaves, wasn't he? You can see the boot mark, which is about sort of 3 yards long, just on the edge of the centre circle.
They didn't catch him or anything, but
no.
That you could possibly say was worse than the sending off.
Yeah.
Because he was sliding.
Yeah, he was out of control there.
Yeah.
Well, Greaves is booked now, and I'm not really sure there's much more that can compound the misery for the Tigers this evening. Give us your reaction. Talk to Ollie on the football forum. 08000 66 5959. It's about 5 minutes left plus stoppage time. Malik Wilkes still waiting to be introduced to the action. The longer he stays off, the better, because as I said, you can just imagine what'll end up being the case. That might be his opportunity as City give away a free kick at halfway. Wednesday on the turn, just caught, and it's going to be Masaba that comes off. Wilkes will come on. Swanee, do you see anything left in this that gives you hope for City? I'm clutching at straws, by the way.
Clutching massively at big straws. No, it's all over, isn't it?
I say it because you've been the height of positivity in recent weeks.
I have, and I was very positive today, to be fair. But they've not lived up to what I thought they were going to go out and produce, because all the talk about bad Sheffield we saw them early on in the season, there was rubbish. So coming into today, sitting where they're sitting, and the confidence we've got throughout the team, and we know we've got enough quality of player out there to go and do it, but it's the inconsistency. You just don't know what you're going to get from game to game.
Well, Bannon's the other one going off to be replaced by Tyreek Bakinson, former Luton and Bristol City player, but Malik Wilkes comes on. 30 goals in 91 appearances for City, including 22 in that promotion winning season from League One, and he's on for the final few minutes here for Sheffield Wednesday. He replaced Masaba, and both sides have made their full substitutions. City down to 10 men, remember, having lost Tyler Morton in the first half. We'll get reaction from Liam Rossignol to that one. Ball laid off by Twine into Doherty, played into him by Greaves. Aliar wins it back, takes it off a couple of Sheffield Wednesday players, and has it taken from him. He wants a free kick. Referee unmoved by the appeal, and here's Malik Wilkes trying to get around the outside of Matty Jacob. Twine comes in, loses out on the tackle, and Wednesday moved the ball away quickly. Played away towards that left-hand side. Here they come forward, striding to the edge of the area. Right-footed shot, and then a challenge in the area. Man goes down, that's going to be a corner. Jacob, who made the challenge.
Good challenge by Jacob there in the end.
No, goal kick, sorry.
If he hadn't got anywhere near that, I think the lad would have been tapping in. Sliding challenge there, put him off.
Yeah, he did enough. It was one of those where it could have been a dangerous one for giving away a penalty.
Greaves is up top now, we've left him up top.
Yeah. Goal kick, I should say, on that one. No touch on that shot. But it really was in a dangerous position for City to have to deal with. And we've got just over 2 minutes left, plus additional time. Ollie Turner on the way with the Football Forum. Still 7:30. I'll run down and try and get that post-match reaction as quickly as possible from Liam Rossigna. I can't imagine he's pleased with what he's seen. It's been a scrappy, ugly performance from City in so many ways. And then they give away a free kick. Aliyar just with a foot in there, and the referee has just put Regan Slater, who just gives him the sarcastic nod of acknowledgement as well. And it's all unravelled, Swanee.
It never got fastened up, did it?
No.
Never fastened the board, did we, at the start? Again, sometimes if you don't start right, you end up with games like this, and it got away from us. Well, I thought the size of the pitch, everything had suited us today.
Nice and open.
But the longer it went, like you said, the longer it went, they got more confident with it. But the one getting beat, which they normally are.
Yeah, and here come Wednesday again. Ball in behind the back. Ball at the right-hand side. Looks to work it into the area. Shouts for handball again from the fans. Wilkes tries to peel his way through, but can't manage it. And then Greaves puts that one out for a throw-in. They've found confidence more and more as the game's gone on, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah. And the fans got brought into it, didn't they, especially when they got the second.
Yeah. And this is only heading one way, 3-1. And to some extent, I mean, the goals from the penalty, in the end, it's kind of flattered City a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Slater leads it off to Christie. Christie to Slater. We'll get it into some space to Coyle over on that right-hand side. 81333 is the text message number. You must put the letters RH at the very start of your text before you start typing the rest of your message. Make sure it comes through to us. The number is 81333, as I said. Twine is just caught. A little clumsy challenge there by Diaby. That'll be a free kick. Give Ollie your views on the sending off. There'll be 6 added minutes here at Hillsborough. You view that how you want. 6 more minutes of torture for the City fans, or 6 more minutes to see if City can find what will probably be just a consolation second. Twine, not really sure what he was or where he was trying to go with that one. He looks frustrated. He's on the score sheet from the penalty spot, but it's scant consolation. Lovely ball from Jones to Jacob. Jacob, early ball forward to Aliyar. Into Greaves, touches to Slater. Coyle in some space on the far side, but Slater can't get him. Tries to take on his man. And then Slater, just again with frustration, needs to be careful. He's been booked. I'm not saying that's a bookable one, but you just don't want to get in the referee's head, do you?
Yeah, silly little nudge there.
JD Gassama is getting the man of the match for Sheffield Wednesday. He scored the second, and really the important goal for them, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Good finish.
Yeah, heck of a strike. He was the player, along with Masaba on the other side, the player that we said they were seeing a lot of the ball in that first half, weren't they? And they were making a nuisance of themselves, getting in some dangerous areas, but didn't have the end product.
The 2 wide men, yeah, he had the pace, but nothing really came of it. But more, like you said, the more chances that they got themselves in their position, something was going to turn up for them, and it did.
Yeah, they couldn't keep riding the luck, could they?
No.
And Christie has been beaten to the ball again over on that right side. That one runs out, having touched Christie last, and out for a corner to Sheffield Wednesday as the rain continues to fall here in the final 6 minutes of the game, the added on time that's been played. You can get in touch with Ollie via social media, on X to be precise, at Humberside Sport, and give him your thoughts. Swanee will be here with some reflective views on what we've witnessed this evening, but it's not going to be the positive start to the year that we'd all hoped for against a side that were there for the taking, it seemed. Corner, stutter step from the left side, swung in, allowed to bounce down, and hits the chest of a Sheffield Wednesday player. Aliyar tries to break away with it. Greaves helps it on, and now Twine sends it to this left side. City trying to get numbers forward. Greaves striding forward again. Here's Aliyar, takes it into a bit of a blind spot. Jacob helps him out. Now Twine goes down under a soft challenge by Fletcher, but a challenge that's deemed to be a free kick nonetheless.
Another yellow card. Well, was it to Wilkes?
The TV player of the match is Marvin Johnson, with a goal and assist and various other bits in there as well. Malik Wilkes is booked, and Twine will take this free kick. We've had 3 minutes of the 6 added on time. BBC Radio Humberside on this New Year's Day sport. And Twine drives it into the area and straight into the hands of Dawson.
They're trying to get another, aren't they? Not
they
killing
are.
The time.
Bit of urgency about it. They play it forward up towards the front man with Sequeira. And now there's a challenge there from Coyle. He's left one over on that far side. Referee hasn't seen it. I didn't actually see it myself. There's some reaction from the fans. There's a player down over on the far side, and City still trying to make something happen, and it might be Aliar who does so. Greaves is making a run, pokes it forward. Greaves into the area, tries to drag it back. Still Greaves, that'll be a corner. And Greaves knows that there was half a chance there. It wasn't quite the slaloming, storming run that he had against Rotherham. It was Aliar who made that happen on the left side.
Got himself in a good position again, though, didn't he, Greaves? It was unfortunate there.
He just made the run, didn't he? He saw the gap between the two defenders.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a corner to be taken from the left-hand side. 94 minutes gone. A couple of minutes left of stoppage time. Twine hangs this corner up towards the back. Coyle tries to catch on the volley, completely miskicks it, and now Sheffield Wednesday might break away with Wilkes. It's played away over to that left-hand side. They've got numbers forward. City trying to get bodies back. Still going. Right. Left foot, on the left foot, drags it back onto the right foot. Challenge needs to be made, and is by Doherty, and then Doherty's fouled, and that will just alleviate that one. But
we've got away with that. Mike Jacobs did well enough there not to commit himself. He just held him up as long as he possibly could until he got some support with defenders getting back to help out.
Humberside.sport@bbc.co.uk is the email address if you want to drop Ollie a message with some considered thoughts. But if you want to talk to him direct and give your views on what you've witnessed tonight, 08000 665959. He'll be along shortly. We've played 95.5 minutes, final 30 seconds or so of this one, and it's Sheffield Wednesday who are going to be back-to-back winners over the Christmas period. Slater going to drill one across through the penalty area. Slater throws his hands down in frustration because no one there on the other end of it. Jacobs there at the left side. Jacob into Jacob Greaves. Twine to Doherty. Doherty into Aliar inside the area. Might fall to Aliar again. Shot, and it's cleared, and it hits Doherty in the face. He goes down, and the referee is going to stop play because of a head collision.
No, it was the ball.
Sorry, yeah. Doherty's head colliding with the ball. That's what I meant.
He's back to his feet.
Yeah, he's up quickly. Came at him with some force, didn't it? The 6 minutes is up, and now it's really just how long the referee decides he wants to add on in these final few seconds. The Sheffield Wednesday fans jubilant, vocal, and enjoying the fact they've kicked 2024 off with a victory and a new year that doesn't start well for Hull City and Liam Rosenior. It kind of started on 35 minutes when Tyler Morton was sent off for a red card that realistically, and I count opinions from both camps, shouldn't have been. But from there, City have only got themselves to blame because they allowed Sheffield Wednesday to get the early goal in that second half. The second came 6 minutes later, and that was really the dagger in the heart for the Tigers, who never really got going at all. They laboured and laboured, but with no real quality or product to trouble Sheffield Wednesday tonight. And then the third goal came along, and of course it had to be, didn't it? The name Windus synonymous with Hull City, punishing the Tigers with the third, I won't say decisive goal. Scott Twine stepping up to convert a penalty just a few minutes later on 76 minutes, but by then the damage was done. And these, unfortunately, are the moments that we're seeing from this Hull City side right now. They can be so good, and when they are good, they're very good. But when they're bad, they're horrid, as the nursery rhyme goes. And for too long in that game, they were horrid. Hull City beaten here at Hillsborough on New Year's Day by 3-1.
Yeah, it's all how you start games, Mike, and like I say, they didn't start at nothing at all. They hadn't created nothing, didn't keep the ball for long enough periods to put them under any pressure and to test them out, really. We never really questioned them. What chances did we create in that full 90-odd minutes, 95 minutes? Not many. But like I said, they're the team that's struggling. So if you start right against these in the first 10-15 minutes, you get this 27,000 fans quietened. And like I say, even when we went down to 10 men, we needed to lift this game off. That was the injection there that was, for me, given we need to go raise this game 10%. And we're raising this game another 10%. With 10 men, they should have still been good enough to go on and win that game. And they didn't. They're given more opportunities. The opportunities they started taking, and then all of a sudden you end up with the result that we've got, and we've got a team celebrating now in front of you that's not the best team. We saw them earlier in the season. Yeah, the manager's trying to change things around a bit, but they're a first division team that's hanging in there with a couple of championship players. So we just got to look at ourselves and thinking that is nowhere near good enough. And I don't think he'll be frustrated after this. There'll be an angry man bully in the senior.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what reaction he gives us. I'm going to fly down. We're hopefully going to get reaction from him. We'll try and get it live for you here on BBC Radio Humberside before we finish. We'll see how it's looking as we get towards 7:30. But I think that reaction from Liam Rossini is going to be an interesting one. Swanee's here. He'll be chatting to Ollie. Ollie wants to hear from you as well. Give him your reaction. 08000 665959 as 2024 starts with a defeat for the Tigers, beaten here at Hillsborough by 3-1.